This is GPTV, your PBS station, serving Atlanta and all of Georgia. GPTV, bringing you the best.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
Georgia Public Television presents the 2001 Georgia High School Association Boys State Basketball Championships. Major funding for this broadcast is made possible in part by Georgia Natural Gas, IBEW Local 613, Georgia Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, and by South Trust Bank. Live from the Centerplex in Macon, it's the GHSA AA Boys Basketball title game between the Calhoun Yellow Jackets and the East Hall Vikings. And welcome everybody to Championship Weekend. I'm Jim Ginocchio. One game in the book, 4 more to go today. The AA Championship is next. For the call, let's go downstairs to Dave Garner and Phil Hansen.
All right, thanks, Jim. Dave Garner along with Phil. And Phil, we're getting ready for the second of 5 state championships on the afternoon. Big 2A matchup. East Hall and Calhoun, certainly going to be a very exciting contest.
Well, buddy, it's great to work with you again this year, and this one promises to be a barn burner. East Hall's pressure will dictate the game's tempo, and they'll get quick scores off it. Look for them to really increase that pressure, and Calhoun must do a good job of breaking that pressure to score.
Calhoun, of course, they're going to look at their road to the state championship. They beat Randolph Clay in the semifinals, a team that was expected to be here. They were number 1 throughout most of the year. Of course, they defeated Union, Greene, Taliaferro, and Rabun County along the way. One of the big reasons for their success this year is Casey Baxter, that man right there, Phil.
Well, his ability to score and create scoring opportunities for his teammates makes him Calhoun's top producer.
Flip side of that, of course, East Hall, a very talented team. And I tell you what, they have been here before. They were here last year. They fell to Mitchell Baker, though, who is a 3-time defending state champ in AA. Mitchell Baker is bumped up now to AAA. We'll see them a little bit later on this afternoon. But East Hall going to try to make the most of the return trip today.
Exactly. They're a very senior-based team, and all those guys on their team can all catch it, square, look, pass, dribble, and shoot without traveling. They all handle the ball extremely well.
Pete Wilkinson County, of course, the defending state champ for the past 2 years in single A. They jumped up, and they're going to look at Mark Cosney, the big senior who looks to lead the way for the Vikings.
Dave, his ability to score off the dribble, inside, outside, gives East Hall a true triple threat. This kid's a scorer.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. So we're going to look at the crowd. East Hall expected to bring right around 1,000 folks, and they've only got a little over 800 at the school. So a lot of their fans are, of course, adults, and they have certainly brought the crowds out today. Likewise for the Calhoun Yellow Jackets. Let's go ahead and throw it down to the floor for the starting lineup.
Well, this place is really filling up, Dave.
Baxter.
They've got to locate Hartley. He can shoot the 3 standing still.
Robbins, of course, as you saw.
Good bang inside, good player inside on the boards. Nice role player here.
Number 32, Chris Edwards.
Edwards averaging right around 9 points a ball game for the Jackets.
Did a nice job in the semis against Randolph Clay. And here's the guy that stirs the drink right here, Casey Baxter. Can score, will handle the ball about 75% of the time, and will control what they do offensively and defensively. He's the one that sets their plays offensively and just sets the sets defensively.
And here come the Vikings. You saw Mark Cosney, Matt Cosney, Derek Cheeks, Kenny Anderson, and Tavarvis Ware.
Great. Travis Ware, a little good shooter, runs the point well. This kid did a super job in the semi against Wilkinson County in the third quarter. Made 3 good scores down in the third quarter, took the ball to the basket. Ware is a good player inside, will make good passes, great decisions, will rebound.
There's Derek Cheeks averaging a little over 8 points a ball game. He'll figure into today as well.
Very steady there. All of the East Hall players can score. Now here's the guy. This guy knows how to put the ball in the basket. Good feet, good handle, can really score.
That guy was fun to watch during warm-ups. They were doing lay-ins, and this guy was going behind the back, through the legs, doing all kinds of stuff there. We'll have to certainly keep our eye out on Mr. Mark Cosney. And the Cosney brothers certainly a big reason for the Viking success. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back with the tip from the Macon Centerplex.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.
You're watching member-supported GPTV, your PBS station, bringing you the best.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
Welcome back to the Macon Centerplex. Dave Garner along with Phil Hansen bringing you all the action just moments away from tip. First, let's throw it down courtside with Danielle Sargent.
Hey guys, well, we were this close to having a 1-2 matchup in today's final, but Calhoun High School decided that wasn't going to work. They were the 10 ranked coming into the game, into the playoffs. They made it all the way through to the semifinals, upset the #1 ranked team, Randolph Clay. They're here today. They want to prove that they deserve to win and that they're not to be taken lightly. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Danielle. And a good point there, Phil. Indeed, we talked about the heart of this Calhoun team. They would not give up. They beat Randolph Clay by 5, a team that was expected to be here. And they're here this afternoon playing for a state title.
They'll never stop. The keys to today's ball game: converting against East Hall's pressure, defensive transition, rebounding, and conditioning.
Right off the bat, the Vikings pull the trigger.
They got to locate him. Kazi can shoot the 3 deep.
Kazi with the tray. And just like that, the Vikings on the attack.
Now this is what East Hall is going to do. Their defensive pressure is going to try to dictate the tempo of the game.
Taken away underneath. And the Vikings running the floor once again. That's the man up top.
Derek Cheeks.
Cheeks and Kazi.
Nice dribble penetration.
Oh,
East Hall is going for the early knockout.
that's Anderson underneath, number 22, the 5'10 senior.
Now with this pressure, they're going to try to trap that first pass.
They get it out of there, and they're working across.
Now, if you can break their that first trap, Dave, and you'll get it up the floor, you'll get layups. However, you must convert the layups and make them pay for getting in that press.
Edwards with the basketball, looking back up top. That's Baxter with it, number 40. We'll watch out for him all day. Oh, taken away that time by Mark Kazi.
Anticipates very well, Kazi does.
Kazi taking it to the hoop. Dishes off there. Oh, nice job there by Edwards on the other end.
You never want to jump the pass, Dave. Stay on the ground.
5-0 Vikings up early on. Underneath on the other end, though, a little too deep that time. And back and running. That's Kazi pulling the trigger, and it's off the back of the iron. But his younger brother, Matt, comes up with it and keeps it alive.
He's been everywhere today early.
Ball off the foot there. Gets it away. And there's Cheeks. He misses it all that time, though, and the ball will go out of bounds.
The little lefty has that three-point range. Even though that shot didn't go down, he has that range. Now watch, they're going to try to trap this first pass. They're going to face guard. They're running a...
Calhoun gets it in there. They're going to look at Coach Ray Tucker.
His man-to-man press.
22nd season.
He can shoot it.
Oh, a little short that time, though. Ball still loose. They keep it alive. And a whistle underneath. And we're going to have a charge.
East Hall does a nice job of moving their feet defensively.
We're going to look at the East Hall post there. Seth Vining
does a nice job.
They've got a slew of assistant coaches over there. About 7 or 8 over there on the bench, it looks like.
Big payroll.
Winding down to the 6-minute mark, looking inside. Mark Kazi.
East Hall comes in with Foster.
And there's a shot from 3-point range. It's there.
He's instant offense. He can shoot that. They got to pick up the new people.
East Hall, Sean Foster on the attack with that 3. Back on the other end. Oh, and a block underneath.
That's what I'm talking about, Dave. You can beat their press, but you got to convert against it.
Tavarvis Ware with the block and the lay-in with the left hands there.
Stop the ball. Good timeout by Coach Turner.
Derek Cheeks with the lay-in and a TO called on the floor as the East Hall crowd goes crazy.
I know he's not happy. He thought there was a foul on the other end.
10-0 run to open the ball game. Pretty impressive.
Nice layup. Good. Hit off the top corner of that square. It'll go in every time. You want to turn that thumb down, though, like you're looking at your wristwatch.
Derek Cheeks, a 5'8 senior. First bucket of the ball game for him, and there you can look at the Viking huddle. They're averaging a little over 90 points a ball game on offense. That's impressive. Let's listen in.
Down there. Now we got to have good touch. You would have been wide open on the cut if you cut hard. He made a good pass to you. Made a good pass. He just didn't cut hard. Got to go hard down there on the other end. 14 on the other end high. 14 high. Let's go. Let's go. Get up here.
Ray Tucker, 22 years at Calhoun. That's quite a stint.
It's a long time.
Over 300.
Now, y'all move down that
Now,
way.
I saw this against Randolph Clay with Calhoun. They looked like they were down and out on the canvas, and they got up, and then, like I said earlier today, they were like the little engine that could. They just hung around, and then they all of a sudden they got over the top.
East Hall 4 for 6 in the early going. Calhoun this time with the ball. Once again, pressure from the Vikings in the backcourt. Calhoun 0 for 2 here to start out the ball game. That's Baxter with it, though. They want it in his hands. He'll take the shot and hit.
He's a winner, Dave. He is a winner.
First bucket of the ball game for the Yellow Jackets is back to 8.
Look for a pop play here for Causey coming up.
There's Ware looking inside. He'll kiss it off the glass.
Again, their high shooting percentage not only gets them in an offensive rhythm, it sets their defensive rhythm.
6'3" senior Tavares Ware. I remember him from last year. He saw several players back off of that runner-up team last year.
Senior base club.
Take a look at Edwards with the basketball. Looking inside. He'll kick it back out. And that's Baxter. And Baxter will pull up off the front of the rim there and brought down.
Nice job by Ware. He's got great long arms.
4:38 to go in the first quarter. 12-2. East Hall up by 10, trying to make a statement early on. Here they dump it into Ware. He gets away, lays it up, and the foul.
If you're going to foul, Dave, you cannot let the offensive man get his hands above his head. You've got to keep his hands below his shoulder. Make him earn them from the stripe.
I think they're going to get Chris Edwards for that one.
East Hall brought in Justin Smith. Justin Smith hit 2 big threes against Wilkinson County in that semi. Folks, that semi was a heck of a ball game.
One team foul each for both teams. Player substitutions. We're going to look at Tavares Ware into the game and his numbers. 13.5 points a ball game. And he hits and completes the three-point play. So Ware's got 5 points in the early going, and it's a 14-2 lead.
Well, Coach Binding's subbing here a little bit, giving his troops a little bit of a rest. Brought in Clay Dover, so a little punch inside, number 25.
Dover, 6'3" junior. Hitting 41% from the floor. Once again, Vikings go to some pressure. And they will try to get it across. They're being harassed by Matt Causey.
Very quick feet.
And we'll have a foul that time on Dover.
You don't want to foul him that far away from the basket. Plus, he was coming towards us. He wasn't even going near the play. Keep him in front of you.
2 team fouls now on East Hall.
They're going to want to get the ball out of his hands.
Baxter working up top, looking inside. Knocked away, though, by Dover. And a nice job defensively.
Here they come at you, Dave.
That's Matt Causey with the basketball.
Nice inside-outside move.
Pulls up. Too strong, though, that time. And brought down by Robbins. Robbins looking to get rid of it. In trouble back there. 3-on-2. Taken away.
Nice
and
pass.
away.
What a pass. Woo!
From brother to brother that time. And Mark is on the board.
Another timeout.
17-2 run to open the ball game. And the Viking fans are fired up.
It's a great little one-hand no-look pass.
Let's take a look at that. The last one there knocked away. You'll see the turnover.
Nice pass. There again, if your man goes to double team, don't stand. Diagonally cut to the rim and you'll shoot layups all day long. Mark Causey does a nice job of moving without the basketball. Again, he knows how to score.
Averaging 25 points a ball game for the Vikings this year. That's something else. Calhoun, meanwhile, averaging right around 64 points a ball game. They're only allowing 47. So something will have to give today with East Hall averaging a little over 90 points. Under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 1 from the Macon Centerplex. I'm Dave Garner along with Phil Hansen. That's John Robbins pushing. He'll bring it back out.
Just be patient. Make East Hall play a little half-court defense.
We're going to look at the turnover story early on. Calhoun with 4 turnovers, and that certainly hasn't helped. A nice shot there.
Well, he has the propensity of getting himself to the basket. He's got great body control. Strong, stocky kid. Uses the rim to block the defender's hand. Nice player.
We're going to look at it once again with the left hand. Nice concentration.
He turned his thumb down, which caused the roll favorable off the glass.
And Baxter completes the three-point play. So he's got 5 on the afternoon. Flying back by a couple there. It's 17-5.
He's carrying the mail here.
Yes, he is. First trip to the championship game for Calhoun. Of course, East Hall was here last year against Mitchell Baker. Ware with it outside. He's looking to get inside, though, and an offensive foul.
Nice play by Coach Turner. Implemented a little 2-2-1 half-court trap. And teams that like to press and like to apply pressure usually don't like it applied to them. Cause the turnover. Now, what Calhoun has to do here is not try to get all the points back in one big swoop. They got to take their time, be patient, whittle this thing down, play defense. That's how you'll get back in the game.
And a near steal that time as it goes out of bounds. We saw that earlier in the first game there with the Class A championship where Buford was making a comeback there. It looked like they were well out of that ball game, but they made a run. They were patient. Taylor County would pull it out, but indeed they did work their way back.
Exactly, because you're never out of it. Heck, we got a lot of basketball to play.
Still over 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Baxter with it, kicks it out, a long three-point shot, and it's buried.
As we said earlier today, if he gets his feet set, he can knock down that set shot all day long.
Talib Hartley, 6'3" junior with a three-point shot.
Boy, the press is giving them a little trouble there. They're trapping it here in the corner where they're able to use the half-court line and the sideline as a defender, where one guy can be 3 or 2 can be 4.
Back to the Jackets. They're going to look at number 32, Justin Smith, who will come on in there and give Kazi a breather.
They must locate him in the half-court set or he'll shoot it.
There's the three-point numbers there. East Hall 2 for 4. Calhoun 1 of 2.
Little 1-2-2 trap.
Baxter gets rid of it over there.
Nice pass.
Nice pass that time. The lay-in is in there.
There we go. Now they're starting to make East Hall play a little half-court defense. They're not running up the floor helter-skelter, playing into East Hall's hands.
Nice pass from Darrell Hogan that time inside the Robins, and now back on the other end, a turnover. Calhoun starting to pick up the defensive intensity, and back on the other end, Baxter drives the length of the floor and has it knocked away, and a foul called.
Baxter is deceptively fast with the ball. When he gets it in the open floor, you better get your wheels on because he can go. Got great acceleration. There's a reach. You don't want that.
We're going to look at Baxter once again. 6'1" junior. He's averaging over 20 points a ball game himself. 7.2 rebounds. And he gets that one to go. Nice touch.
He scores. He's the scorer.
He's got 6 on the afternoon. Player substitution. Now they're going to look at Ware checking back in for the Vikings. And Baxter once again at the line shooting 2. Hits the first but misses on the second there, and Mark Kazi brings it down. 6-point ball game, though. Calhoun picking it up. Here's Kazi from three-point range. Oh, just off the mark that time. Kept alive, though, but I believe his foot was on the line.
So East Hall now is coming down and only getting one shot at the goal. They get one and done. Calhoun's doing a nice job of limiting him to only one shot.
DeVarvis Ware tried to keep that one in, but couldn't quite keep both feet in there. Calhoun, once again, inbounds at East Hall with the pressure. Baxter, though, gets it across. And he may just take it, dishes it off there, and a nice lay-in that time by Hogan.
Again, if they're going to press you, you can attack that press and score layups. But again, you must convert those layups.
Hogan, a 6'2" junior, made a nice pass while ago on an assist and hits a bucket back in his favor. 4-point game. Vikings working it up top.
East Hall has the luxury. They've got basically 4 point guards on the floor.
Matt Kazi for a long-range 3. That was NBA range right there, Phil.
He's having a great tournament. He's made big baskets when they've needed him.
6 points for Matt Kazi, the younger brother. He's a sophomore. They're going to look at Mark, the eldest of the Kazi brothers.
He got caught reaching there. But the tempo is definitely in Calhoun's favor. They like to run, but they like to run when they want to run.
Justin Smith called for that last one. Once again, some more pressure.
They had him open.
Baxter up top, pulls the trigger off the front of the iron.
Rebound by Robbins.
Keeps it alive. Oh, take it away, though, on the other end. 2-on-1, that's Cheeks with it, and he lays it in there.
Nice layup. Great body control by Cheeks.
Derek Cheeks with 4 points.
See, they're face guarding here on this press, making you throw over the top, and with a center fielder Kazi there to try to pick it off.
And nearly got a turnover that time. That's John Robbins, who throws it across. Oh,
slow down.
And it is. East Hall back and running. And now we're going to have a blocking foul called in midcourt.
That's a good call.
Blocking going to be called on Robbins.
Foul number 20, Black, second personal.
Well, I tell you what, Causey's got asbestos hands. He is so fast with the ball. That's the luxury East Hall has, again, with basically 3 point guards on the court.
Under a minute to go in quarter number 1. The Vikings with it. They lead it 22-13.
The Cheeks, Causey, and Causey can really handle it.
Here's Cheeks inside, dishes away. And the lay-in, too strong that time, but the tip goes. Nice followed by Ware that time.
Those long arms, Dave.
Ware's got 7, and once again, some more pressure.
See, now they've got to beat. They just got to execute. There you go.
Oh, nice job. And foul from behind that time on Matt Causey. But Baxter, once again, running the floor nicely. He is kind of deceptive. Like you said, he can run the floor.
He's very fast. Again, against that pressure, when they beat it, when he went down the center, don't stand. If your man leaves the double team, diagonally cut to the rim, you'll get the layups. Now, if you're going to block a shot from behind, take your inside hand, go over your opponent's outside shoulder, and your body will never touch him. That's a good foul by Matt Causey. He's not going to give him any easy layups.
Hogan missing on the first. He's only a 47% free throw shooter. And some substitutions come on in there. That's Gib Rowland, number 14, and Dover back in for East Hall.
Edwards comes in for Calhoun.
Craig Dills, number 50, set to check in for the Jackets as well. Hogan on his second and misses both of them. Not a very productive trip that time for the Yellow Jackets, but they're still in it. 10 seconds, though. Quarter winding down. Matt Causey and the Jackets and the Vikings will play for the East shot.
They got to better hurry. He's got 3-point range.
Long from downtown. Ooh, a little off the mark, but the follow won't quite go. That's it for quarter number 1, 24-13. East Hall leads it. We'll be right back right after this.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
We welcome you back to the Macon Centerplex. They're going to look at the Calhoun Yellow Jacket cheerleaders. Right now, though, it's the East Hall Vikings up by 11 as we get ready for quarter number 2.
Calhoun's got to make East Hall play half-court defense. Make them go from weak side to strong side back to weak side. Make them have to shift, use some of their legs.
Jackets open the quarter with the ball.
Good pass.
Oh, nice job in there. Too strong, though, on the lay-in by Robinson. It'll go back. And Baxter fighting for it, and Calhoun with some good hustle in the backcourt back there. They'll bring it back across. That is Evan Higginbotham, number 42 with it.
Good little athlete, nice handle.
Edwin, a 5'10 sophomore with it. Being double-teamed right now, trying to get it out of there. And
nice pass.
Nice ball moving inside. Baxter lays it in.
He can score. He can score, Dave.
Casey Baxter with 8 points today. He's the guy that was absolutely exhausted after that game with Randolph Clay, giving it his all. Here's Causey back in there, and he buries it.
They must locate him in the half-court set. He gets his feet set, put it in the books.
Mark Causey, 4-3, and the lead is now 12. Baxter with it being double-teamed.
You got to get it over.
And they beat the 10-second clock. Robbins with the basketball, number 20, looking inside.
Nice pass.
Ball movement to dish. Oh, and a big-time block. Wow. Causey showing a little bit of the pressure on the defensive end there.
But look here, he took his inside hand and went over his outside shoulder, so the body never touched him. That's an excellent block.
Mark, of course, 6'3".
Look for Baxter coming off the screen here.
Calhoun will inbound.
Double.
To get it in. And a near turnover that time. Causey got a hand on it. Cheeks nearly got it out of there. Calhoun, of course, entering the state as the 10th-ranked team. And a collision towards the hoop. That's Khalid Hartley right there who draws the foul.
Well, East Hall is getting a little bit of foul trouble here.
That should be their 7th team foul.
Now that stops the clock, and now Calhoun has the luxury of trying to chip at this lead without the clock running.
Coach Seth Vining looking on.
Foul on 22, second personal, 17.
Foul on Kevin Anderson that time. That's his first. So Hartley at the line, a 56% free throw shooter. Averaging 6 points a ball game there. You see his numbers. And the first one's right in there.
Very good standstill shooter.
That old school set shot.
He can knock it down.
And he gets the second one to go as well. Nice stroke. 5 points for Hartley.
10-point game.
6.5 to play in the first half. East Hall back on the attack. Oh, Kazi has it knocked away there momentarily. Edwards fighting for it. Ball still loose. And the Vikings come out of there with it, though. Sean Foster, number 24, the man getting a handle on it finally. And Foster behind his back. And an offensive foul. He pushed him.
Good call. Gave him a little forearm shiver.
We'll look at the Jacket fans. Calhoun also with a pretty good-sized crowd today.
Cannot throw that arm out.
They've got Baxter on him there at the top.
Justin Smith coming in. A little punch on the perimeter.
Baxter did a nice job of selling that last foul, too. And he'll bring it across. Guarded by Cheeks. Into the corner now and back out. A long three-point shot that time. Too strong. John Robbins looking for the home run ball there. Vikings looking inside. There's Ware.
Nice pass.
Dishes it back out, and the three is there.
That's a great pass by Ware. Even though Smith hit the shot, that was all set up by that inside-outside action. The defense just cannot rotate fast enough for cover.
Justin Smith for the tray, and it's 30-17. Robbins with it.
Well, that's the same play we just saw.
Baxter has it knocked away momentarily. Thought about the three that time, and it's traveled.
The pressure calls that turnover, though.
Calhoun a little off their rhythm. They're going to look at the three-point shooting.
Well, it's tough when you shoot 50% from the free throw, from the three line. That makes it awful tough. It's like shooting 75% from the field.
Calhoun 104. Oh, that one knocked away by Baxter. That's going to be an exciting matchup all day long.
Two nice offensive players.
We've got a timeout on the floor. The Yellow Jackets want to talk things over. Looks like it's a 30-second timeout. Again, deadline for entries in the Georgia Natural Gas True Blue Scholarship has been extended to April 16th. Stay tuned during the games for information on nominating a deserving male and female student athlete in the True Blue Scholarship through Georgia Natural Gas. We're going to look at the Yellow Jackets. Coach Ray Tucker, 22 seasons with Calhoun, but right now the Jackets trail 30-17, and the Vikings have stepped up the defensive pressure a little bit as well. Foul trouble, though. They've got 18 fouls on them, so they've got to watch out.
Watch for a set play to Causey.
There's Ware with it.
A little two-man game there between he and Ware.
Jarvis Ware, a pretty good-looking player as well. He's averaging right around 13 points a game.
Passing the ball extremely well this year.
Last foul on Seth Bone, number 30, who has checked into the ball game. He's 6'5" junior. Ware with the basketball. Trying to make a move one-on-one. Had it knocked away. And now Baxter running the floor on the other end. Tries to lay it in there up high. Oh, the tip won't go. And the Vikings with it.
Might want to pull that one back out. Didn't have the numbers.
And Mark Causey for three.
Good block out. Great block out.
Nice job. No second chance opportunities.
Super job by Edwards for Calhoun.
The pass, though, a little off the mark there, and the ball goes back over.
Rebounding, you want to find your man, establish contact, hold that contact, forward pivot, and go get the ball.
They're going to look at the earlier game from this afternoon. It was Taylor County, of course, winning the championship over Buford in Class A. 58-39. Matt Causey on the other end, just a little off the mark that time. And we do have a whistle.
Calhoun does a nice job of keeping their body between the opponent and the goal.
Foul on 32, White, second personal, 19.
Foul on Justin Smith, his second.
But Calhoun has to be happy with the tempo of the game. It started off at a fever pitch, but now it's slowed down a little bit. And now the clock is stopped, and they're able to shoot some free throws. They're getting better looks in their offensive sets, and they're running when they want to run.
We talked about Calhoun, of course, beating Randolph Clay, but East Hall also beating Wilkinson County, who was, of course, the state Class A champion the last 2 years in a row, so they also knocked off a pretty good team as well.
What a first-class bunch of kids Wilkinson County is.
Beat them by 4, and the Causey brothers combined for 47 points in that ball game.
That was a fantastic ball game.
30-17, not a lot of scoring in the last couple of minutes. Both teams trying to find the offensive edge. East Hall certainly not gun-shy from outside. There's Cheeks.
Nice pass.
Picks it out, the shot. 2 off the mark. And they'll reset, though. Once again, a second chance opportunity. Cheeks this time lays it in himself.
Oh, you got to stop the dribble penetration. Get it out of the middle of the floor.
6 points for Derek Cheeks. And a traveling call. It'll go right back. Let's take a look at that one more time. With the left hand.
Yeah, well, you got to use that right on that side. Luckily, that didn't get blocked. Great ball handling, though, to create the shot.
Cheeks with it up top, once again working. 3:45 left in the first half. And from outside, the shot by Smith. Rattles in and out of there. And Calhoun brings it down. They've got it.
If you can rebound and play good defense, you'll be in a lot of games, and Calhoun has shown that today.
Chris Edwards, 32 with it right now. Now into the hands of Baxter. AC Baxter working up top against Mark Causey. Into the corner now, and a shot from three-point range short, and may have gotten tipped down there. Khalif Hartley pulling the trigger.
Got to stop the ball.
Vikings back, 4-3, and it's there.
That hurt, Dave, that hurt.
Nice shot that time by Kevin Anderson. He's got 5.
Nice move.
And the shot from the other end. What an answer.
And he's got great dribble penetration. You got to get that ball out of the middle of the floor. Force it to the midpoint, contest the shot, and go get the rebound.
Baxter in double figures. He's got 10. 35-19. The Vikings have opened up that lead. 2:45 to go in quarter number 2. Nearly knocked away that time. Oh, Mark Causey trying to go behind the back. Lost the handle on it. And off and running are the Yellow Jackets. And Hartley will lay it in. Khalif Hartley with 7.
It's a 4-point play. The 2 that you didn't get here on the turnover and the 2 you scored there.
You saw, we'll talk about it. It's the 32nd timeout with 2.5 to go in quarter number 2. And Calhoun, they'll start to fall behind. East Hall wind the lead, but then the Jackets will start to come back a little bit.
Well, how that's happening is Calhoun's doing a nice job on the defensive end of the floor, limiting East Hall to 1 shot, plus they're rebounding. If you can rebound the basketball, you will always be in contention.
Coach Vining right there. Of course, East Hall has made it to the semis 10 times, but only their second trip to the actual championship game, and they're trying to make the most of it this year after last year's disappointing loss to Mitchell Baker.
It's a very nice program.
Fans are certainly fired up. Nine team fouls for East Hall, just 4 for Calhoun. In the Macon Centerplex in Macon, Georgia, Dave Garner along with Phil Hansen bringing you all the action. First at halftime, we'll have a recap of the first game from this afternoon.
Nice shot.
Mark Causey once again knocking down another.
Kick it ahead. Oh, you got to come to the ball.
Oh, collision there. Chris Edwards and Matt Causey coming together. With Calhoun up with it. That's Hogan with it. 34. Knocked away though. That's Cheeks running with it. Takes it all the way though. And the whistle. He's going to draw himself a foul.
You never stop the basketball. Cheeks was able to go from this end line to that end line without being contested. You got to get that ball out of the middle of the floor. Make him kick it to the side.
Foul going to be called on Khalif Hartley. So Cheeks at the line hits the first. He's a 52% free throw shooter. And once again, Justin Smith will check in for East Hall, who'll give Causey a breather. We'll look at Cheeks with his second, and it rattles home. So Cheeks now with 8.
If you have great guards and people who can handle the basketball, you're going to be in contention.
Craig Dills checking in, number 50. You saw him there for the Jackets.
You don't want that foul. You're 93 feet away from the basket.
And we'll go back down to the other end.
Fouls on 20, White. Second personal, 10-10.
That's going to be second on Cheeks.
Plus, you fouled their best player. Now he goes to the line, knock down these two.
Yeah, Baxter shooting right around 70% on free throws this year. And the first one drops.
If Calhoun can get this thing to 15 and down, they're going to be right in it.
And he hits both of them, so he's got a dozen. Baxter once again with a big game, as we figured. He does a little bit of everything. And he's trying to keep Calhoun in this one. 39-23 under 2 minutes to go. Matt Causey with it up top, now over to Cheeks. Cheeks being guarded by Baxter. And Smith with it outside.
Calhoun going to a 2-3 zone, matching up a little bit out of it.
No shot clock in high school basketball, so they can take as much time as they'd like. Let's keep rolling with it. Driving in, kicking it back out, though, knocked away by Khalif Hartley, but back in the hands of the Vikings. A good strong move by Tavarvis Ware. He'll be at the line.
Against any zone, you want to do a few things. One, you want to have dribble penetration. You want to have man movement, ball movement, man and ball movement. And you want to screen the slides of the zone. And right there, Cheeks was able to get it into a gap, drove it in there, and kicked it to where the pressure was coming from. Nice job.
Ware listed at 6'3", misses on the first. And Causey will check it right back into the ball game. As will number 22, that's Kevin Anderson.
Just like the first game with Taylor County, East Hall is very deep. Play about 8 to 9 guys.
They got 3 guys averaging in double figures on the year. That one goes for Ware, so 1 of 2 on that trip. A minute 12 left in quarter number 2.
Receiving that pass with your press offense, you want to receive the ball above the second marker on the lane. If you get any lower than that, the defense can use the baseline and the sideline as a defender. And again, 1 defender can be 3 or 2 can be 4. Keep it above that second marker.
Edwards dishes to Baxter. He'll pull up and hit.
He gets in the lane, he'll score all day.
Baxter with 14 here in the first half. And this time a turnover. And we're going to have a whistle on the floor.
Well, they've got it to 15. The clock is stopped with a chance to go back to the line.
31. First personal.
That's going to be the first on Blake Vandiver, who has come on in for Coach Vining. So again, Baxter at the line, creating points and opportunities right now.
He does a nice job. He puts himself in positions to be successful.
Once again, right around 70% on those free throws, and he hits there. He's hitting right around 60% from the floor. That's amazing.
That's strong. There are a lot of those, Dave, are 8 to 10 footer layups off transition, so you got to look at that.
There's Ware with it back on the other end now. A little bit of a press by the Jackets as they
Nice pass. Nice
pass. Inside for the lay-in.
Good inside action. Again, don't stand, cut hard to the top of the rim. You get a layup every time. Nice job by Ware.
Ware makes it 42-27 in favor of East Hall. Back on the other end now, knocked away by Ware. He's back defensively, keeps it alive, but off his foot though. Take a look at Dills, who had it knocked away.
You never brought the ball down. Keep it chin high and above and go straight up. Go through the contact and get the three-point play. Put it on the ground so the little guys play.
Robbins trying to sneak it in there to Baxter, but knocked away. It'll stay with the Jackets. Calhoun, as we mentioned, of course, beating Randolph Clay. That one nearly looked like it was going to go in there for a minute off the tip. They get it right back, though. Back on the other end. And dishes inside.
Nice
now
pass.
back out. Khalif Hartley, 4-3, off the mark. And Ware back and running on the other end is fouled.
Whenever you pass anybody going up the floor, Dave, you got to understand, they're still in the play. They're behind you, so they didn't go out and get a popcorn. They're behind you. They're coming, so you got to be cognizant of the fact anybody you pass bringing the ball up the floor, they're coming behind you. Take it to the side and use the sideline to block them off.
We're going to look at Blake Vandiver, number 30, checking out of the game. Number 50, Derek Jones, has checked in for East Hall. There's Ware at the line once again. East Hall, of course, 29-2 coming into this ball game. Calhoun at 26-4. Both teams going at it for the first time this year. Of course, Calhoun out of Region 6AA. Jackets with it.
About 7.
6 seconds.
Good pass.
And it's knocked away from Baxter. And second, that shot will not count. It came close, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. And our score at the half, 42-27. The East Hall Vikings from Hall County are leading it over the Calhoun Yellow Jackets.
Nice cut, nice backdoor cut.
And they're going to look at a shot by Baxter. He has really been the story here in the first half.
You never want to stand. Always move. Create an angle off the move, because if you...
Sped throw it down to the floor. Danielle Sargent is standing by with Coach.
Tucker, you're down 15. East Hall is...
Georgia High School office.
Okay, you're down 15. East Hall's playing a very fast-paced game. What are you going to do in the second half to make them slow down and play your type of game?
We're not going to slow them down. That's not their style. They're going to play fast no matter what we try to do.
Okay, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
All right, there you have it. 42-27, our halftime score. East Hall on top. We'll take a timeout and be right back. You're watching the GHSA State Championships from the Macon Centerplex.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.
This is GPTV, your PBS station, serving Atlanta and all of Georgia. GPTV, bringing you the best.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
And welcome back to the Centerplex in Macon. East Hall has the halftime lead, 42-27 over Calhoun. Let's go downstairs now to Danielle Sargent. Hello, Danielle.
Hi, I'm here with Billy Waldrop, the principal of Calhoun High School. Tell me how excited you are to see your team doing so well this year.
We have just had a fantastic year. Our coaching staff and our kids have done a great job, and I'm just so proud of them. The whole community is just behind them. It's been great.
And this is the first time that you've made it so far in a very long time. Is this the beginning of a rich basketball tradition for your school?
Well, we've always had a rich basketball tradition. This is just the first time that we've ever gotten to the Final Four. We've won 20-plus games the last 4 or 5 years in a row. So we're expecting continuation of this in years to come.
And how exciting would it be for you to win this?
Oh, it would just, I can't even explain how exciting it would be. Actually, a lot of these kids were on our championship baseball team last year. And so to win another one in the following year would just be amazing.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck to you. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Danielle. Big day of basketball here in Macon. It's been incredible. It's been a Viking day so far. Buford Wolves lost to the Vikings 58-39 in the first game. The coming up is the AAA championship. Westover taking on Mitchell Baker. That'll follow this AA championship right here on GPTV. Of course, the teams are warming up for the big game. The Patriots, there you see, warming up right there on the court as we continue our halftime festivities here from Macon. We've got big games coming up later on as well. Doherty takes on Mays at 7 o'clock tonight, and then the 8:30 game features Savannah and Brickmore. Let's go downstairs now to Danielle.
Hi, I'm here with Dr. William Sloan, the principal of East Hall High School. You have a great fan turnout. Tell me a little bit about the support that your basketball team has.
East Hall High School has always had a huge fan support base. We have a lot of adults who've been graduates of East Hall High School, and they just keep coming back to our ball games. And we probably, at a regular game, have as many former graduates as we do our own kids there. So it's just a great tradition at East Hall to support the basketball program.
And you mentioned to me earlier that 3 members of your basketball team are also straight-A students. And tell me about how they are role models for some of the younger children that might be coming up and going to East Hall High School.
Well, 3 of our young men do make straight A's in the classroom and make great SAT scores. I think it's a wonderful message to the young kids. You can be a great athlete and you can be a great student, and do it in the classroom as well as on the basketball court. And 3 of these kids are prime examples of that. One of them may go to an Ivy League school to play ball, so I encourage all kids to do it in the classroom as well as do it on the basketball court.
Now, you guys were so close last year. You made it to this game. So is this the year that you guys are really expecting to take it home?
We would certainly love to. We came down last year, and Mitchell Baker probably had the best basketball team in the state last year, and they whipped us pretty good. And so our kids have dedicated themselves to come back this year and try to win it all this time. And we've got a good chance. You never know. Calhoun is really a good basketball team, and number 40 for them is outstanding. And you know, we hope and pray for 2 more quarters like the last 2, and maybe we'll win it.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck to you. Back to you, Jim.
All right, thank you, Danielle. And, of course, East Hall with the lead, 42-27 at the half. Let's go back downstairs to Dave Gardner and Phil Hansen. Okay, guys.
All right, thanks, Jim. Again, a very exciting first half, but one dominated mainly by the East Hall Vikings. Calhoun worked their way back several times, but the Vikings hold the edge here at the break.
Well, East Hall came out early with a knockout punch, but Calhoun, to their credit, got off the canvas, made their own run, and now they're right back in it with 15 down. This is a long way from being over. They just got to come down on the offensive end, run some sets, get some quick scores, and they should be right back in it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the halftime stats. There you can look at the breakdown. Of course, 42-27. Field goals right now, East Hall hitting right at 60%, and that has certainly been the story early on. Calhoun not bad, though. They're over 50%.
Exactly. They're right in it statistically wise. It's just that early stint where they came down, it was 17-2 is basically where we are right now. They played them even from then on.
Highlights of the first half. Calhoun, of course, with the basketball here.
See, I love the way this kid plays. Whenever your man has his back foot in the middle of your body, go back door. This kid, Baxter, moves so well without the ball.
On the other end, of course, the three-point shooting of East Hall.
This is where East Hall breaks your back. Just when you think you have them, they hit a big 3 and they start scoring in their transition.
Nice dish inside to Ware that time. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. Again, we're just moments away from quarter number 3, the second half coming up from the Macon Centerplex right after this.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.
You're watching member-supported GPTV, your PBS station, bringing you the best.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
And we welcome you back to the Macon Centerplex live. Again, I'm Dave Garner along with Phil Hansen bringing all the action. Again, the 2A game right here, getting ready for half number 2. But before we do, let's throw it down courtside to Danielle Sargent.
Coach, a big part of your offense is good defense. How are you going to ensure that your team maintains the same intensity in the second half?
Well, they just have to do it. You know, they know that half the game's over and we got another half to play. And we just got to lay it on the line.
Okay, thank you. Good luck. Back to you.
All right, there you have it, Coach Vining talking about some second half strategy there. And for East Hall, what are they going to have to do? I guess they're going to have to keep doing what they've been doing, and they're going to win.
Just keep up the pressure. The pressure will dictate the tempo in the second half. If they can get some quick scores and get some threes in transition, that's what I've seen this team play the last couple of years, and that's how they just crush people. You think you're right there on them, and all of a sudden, bang, bang, they hit 2 big threes, and now you're down 10 again.
Taking a look at the younger Kazi taking it to the hole, knocked away that time with a whistle. Flip side of that, Phil, of course, you've got Calhoun, as you use the analogy there, the little engine that could, and they are a team that plays with a lot of heart. Don't count them out.
They hang around, and the reason they hang around is because they play good defense, like we saw when we got that charge there. That was a little low, but they got away with it. However, they rebound so well, plus they're all able to catch it, pivot, pass, dribble, and shoot without traveling. They all handle the ball extremely well.
Matt Kazi's got to be careful. I believe he's playing with 3 fouls now after that last one. Back to the other end, that's John Robbins with it over to Hardley, now back up top. Calhoun trying to pick up the pace here a little bit to open up quarter number 3. Oh, that time Baxter nearly lost the handle on it, and the 2 in each other's face right now. And a technical foul going to be called on Baxter.
I don't agree with that. They got to understand they're playing in the state final here. I mean, all he was doing was standing up. See, I don't agree with that. See, he got hit in the head there, then he got slapped. See, Mark Causey's playing hard going for the ball. I don't have a problem with that play either. Unless he said something, that prompted the tech. But, you know, they're playing the state finals here.
Well, the Calhoun fans certainly not happy about that one as Mark Causey shoots the technical.
I don't blame Coach Tucker to be upset at all.
And hits on both, and they'll have the ball. You're right, this is the championship. It's heated sometimes. You got 2 stars in each other's face. It's a physical game, though.
Exactly right. I mean, they're playing for a lot here. Unless he said something, which I doubt he did, then I warrant the tech, but if not, you know, he just stood up and maybe looked at him nose to nose.
Back on the other end now, driving the hole. Oh, that one a little off the mark that time, off the side of the backboard. Ware had it taken away and put it back up there, and he's going to draw the foul.
What Calhoun cannot do is get frustrated and lose their composure. They just have to relax. That play is done with. Let's just come down and run our offense and defensive sets.
Tavarvis Ware at the line, the big 6'3" center. He had a big first half in double figures.
He's had 2 nice ball games in a row on the defensive and offensive glass.
That one in there, rattling home. Ware a 57% free throw shooter and hits both on that trip though. So Ware getting the job done, 46-27, 19-point ball game. Calhoun with it, being pressured. Baxter kicks it into the corner. Thought about the three momentarily, drives baseline, now back out.
Nice pass. Boy, they worked the ball around well.
From outside, that one won't go for Robbins. And a fight underneath, jump ball.
They'll go back to Calhoun.
Kevin Anderson fighting for it for East Hall, but the Jackets maintain possession. Robbins will inbound. Looking inside, who nearly knocked away. The shot, the follow is, oh, it won't go. Tough break there. An easy one under the basket, wouldn't go. That one too tall and out of bounds.
Just needs to bring that ball up the dribble. That pass wasn't really open. Just keep taking it. They really didn't stop him. Just go north and south until you get stopped.
Substitution now. That's Jackson Lance, number 22, back into the game. Lance, a 6'3" senior. And the shot, they'll pull up and they'll hit.
Nice offense. They're running a 1-4 high set where they have 4 guys on the foul line extended, and they're running Baxter off the top screen.
Chris Edwards for the shot. There is a long one, but a foul, though.
No, you never want to do that. You never want to foul the jump shooter. That's a cardinal rule. And now you give him 3 shots at it at the free throw line, uncontested.
You're going to look at it. Robbins being called for it. Fozzie at the line. Hits the first. Second won't go, but he'll have another one. You saw his numbers. He's got 10.
When you get rebound in position, you must get your hands above your opponents.
And that one goes. So 2 of 3 from the line on that trip. Mark Kazi had 24 in the semifinal game against Wilkinson. That one off the mark by Baxter.
Calhoun's only getting 1 shot. East Hall's doing a nice job on the defensive glass.
Oh, nice ball movement that time by the Vikings and then knocked away.
You never want to jump the pass. Stay on the ground, Anderson.
Ooh, cheats. Hammered underneath. Draws the foul. Foul going to be on Baxter.
Every time you jump to pass, you're in big trouble. Because if the defense adjusts, you can't go anywhere. You can't fly. So you're going to come down. Gravity's going to take effect.
Cheeks, hits, and he's got 9. They're going to look at Justin Smith checking in for the Vikings. 14 fouls for Calhoun here in quarter number 3, 2 for East Hall. And Cheeks with the second one. It's in and out of there. Baxter runs the floor.
Nice spin.
And he puts it in there with the left hand.
He's got nice body control. Now they need to stop right here. Don't try to get it all back at once. Just you're going to come back in the game defensively, not offensively. You must stop your opponent.
6 minutes to go in the third. 49-31.
A set play off a double screen for Justin Smith.
Mark Kazi with it. Now kicks it back out. Baseline, other side now. And the shot short. Oh, nice job by Ware to come in there with the follow, but it's going to be waved off, and a travel going to be called on Travavis.
That was a nice pass by Cheeks, number 20. He hit Anderson in the corner, just didn't knock it down.
And take it away. A turnover. And a shot by Smith from three-point range. Off the mark. But they keep it alive. East Hall with second and third opportunities today.
Doing a nice job on the glass.
And the corner now back out. Smith, short. And Calhoun finally out of there with it, but the Yellow Jackets not getting a lot of second chance opportunities on their end. Okay. They're going to look at the turnovers. Even right now at 11. East Hall, though, capitalizing a little bit better with 6-3 on points off those turnovers.
Calhoun's still playing hard. I like that. Again, we got a whole host of time here, and they're just keep grinding it out. Good things are going to happen.
That's the third team foul now on Calhoun. Smith will take a seat. Pounds the hard court there. Calhoun went inbound from underneath their own goal.
Watch the up screen. There it is.
And knocked away.
You want a bounce pass into the post. If you air pass, they got a hand there. Fake high, go low.
Certainly a lost art, the bounce pass. And there's a shot. It was tipped.
Nice block by Cheeks.
Calhoun, though, keeps it alive.
Way to fight in there, Logan.
Misses out of there, though. Hogan unable to get it to go, and now East Hall back and running.
Hogan gives him a little athletic punch inside.
Kazi will reset up top. There's Matt Kazi from way outside. No good. And now, back on the other end. Hardly got behind the D there. But nice hustle by the younger Kazi to get back in transition.
That's kind of like fool's gold. You think it's open and you throw it ahead and you really don't have the numbers and you're making it a difficult catch. Dribble it up and then run an offensive play. Make them play defense where they have to go from the strong side to the weak side, back to the weak side, back to strong side.
18-point ball game. East Hall still in control. Calhoun, though, puts up a shot, and it's there.
He can score.
Three-point shot. Casey Baxter. He's over 20 on the afternoon.
And they're back to 15 again.
That's what they need. They're going to look at the three-point shooting, and back on the other end. Nice job there by Matt Kazi.
Well, East Hall will not go away. I mean, just when you think you're right in there, they hit a big shot like a layup or a three and just breaks your back.
More pressure, but Jackets break it. Get it across. Looking inside, Baxter underneath. Lays it in, and the foul.
Great body control.
Casey Baxter creating opportunities once again.
He uses his body so well. Look here, Dave. He keeps his body between the opponent and the ball, keeping ball you and the man formula, and he's very successful at that.
And he completes the three-point play.
He's able to turn and get his shoulders around people. Really moves well.
Baxter averaging over 20 points a game. He's gotten more than that right now, 24. Clock winding down, 3:37 to go in quarter number 3. Matt Kazi with it.
Nice pass.
Inside O'Ware lays it in there, and it goes.
Nice isolation for the big fella in the middle.
Tavarvis Ware. He's got 14. Robbins with it. A three-point shot.
There's a little rust.
Connie Butler was leaning low and knocked away that time, though.
Nice job by Hogan on the boards.
Terrell Hogan, 6'2", junior.
But his arms, he's about 6'6" on the court.
Yes, he is. Oh, underneath, quick, on the inbound. Draws the foul.
You got to capitalize. Got to make a three-point play there. You have to score.
That's Seth Bone.
Keep that ball chin high and above and just take anybody up for the ride.
We'll look at Seth's numbers. Averaging almost 4 points a game. Misses on the first.
Now, what I was saying here on the rebound, you got to get your hands above your opponent's shoulders. Also, you want to stagger your feet. Your feet are together, you can't jump.
And Bone hits good on the second. 53-38. Calhoun hanging around, trying to make a run. But East Hall keeping him at bay right now.
Keep him in front of you.
That one knocked away. Nice job. Hartley came down with it. They get it across. That's Edwards.
Nice pass.
Oh, inside, open, underneath. Oh, they miss it. And another easy basket there. They got to capitalize on those two.
He was looking for the contact. You just got to go up through it. Don't worry about the contact.
3 for Matt Kazi, too strong. Baxter keeps it alive for the Jackets. And now they'll run with it. Baxter pulls up. Off the front of the rim, follows his own shot, and will draw the foul.
He reminds me of a poor man Steve Alford. When Steve Alford played for Indiana, he did such a nice job of keeping his body under control. And all these guys would be flying at him, and he just leans into them, gets the contact. It's fun to watch.
What an effort. Follows his own shot.
It's a lost art moving without the basketball.
This is a guy that we were talking about, was completely exhausted after last week's game against Randolph Clay, showing a lot of heart.
He did everything but drive the bus in that game. They ran at him 10, 12 deep.
26 points for Baxter on the afternoon. Make it 27.
He's a winner. He is a big-time winner.
He's determined to keep the Jackets in it.
Well, there's some great players in this tournament.
He's tall up by, doesn't look it inside to Ware. Ball knocked away, jump ball called underneath.
You sense that Calhoun is just hanging around enough. They can cut it now to 10. Again, don't try to get it all back at once. They're right back in this thing.
From underneath, though, nice inbound passes there.
That hurts.
That's Anderson who gets it to go.
You got to give East Hall credit. They just keep coming at you. You let down one time, they're going to score.
Calhoun now looking to inbound after it was knocked away. They get it in. That's Edwards. They'll get it across. Knocked out. Nice job by Anderson. Nearly came up with a turnover.
Anything in the air, they're going to get. Got to keep it down low.
55-41. The 2-minute mark.
Good cut.
Oh, great pass inside for the bucket.
Whenever your man's back foot is in the middle of your body, take one hard step up and cut back door. Create an angle off the move. If you don't create an angle off the move, you're going to create space, and the defensive man will shoot that gap.
9 points for Hartley. Back on the other end, that's Anderson. He buries it.
Oh, Anderson, you just broke him again.
Kevin Anderson with a tray.
That is a big shot.
Anderson averaging over 6 points a ball game. He's got a lot more than that today. He's in double figures. Jackets back to the rim. Uh-oh. Offensive foul going to be called on the Jackets.
That's a big turnover.
Now Mark Causey will check back in for East Hall.
I just think if Calhoun can get this thing between 10 and sub-10, they're right in it. But to East Hall's credit, right when it gets close, they turn up the heat a little bit and jump it up to 15 to 13 to 17.
There's Causey. He's going to pull up and hit it from way outside.
He twisted his ankle, Dave, came down on a foot.
He's limping, and he's down on the floor.
That may be big. I hope he's all right.
So Mark nailing the tray there. He's got 14, but he's going to have to come out of the ball game, and Smith will quickly check back in.
I hope it, if he did twist it bad, I hope it twisted to the outside, because that's not as bad a sprain as the ones that twist to the inside.
Well, he's going to be attended to over there, but he got up on his own and limped off, so maybe he'll return.
Good, good.
Looking inside, the lob in there to Baxter.
Nice pass.
Gets rid of it, and it's in there. Nice job that time. Seth Bone with the bucket.
Now look for young Matt Causey to step up now that his brother's on the sideline getting retaped.
East Hall nearly had it knocked away there. Ware dishes it back outside. Anderson, 4-3.
That is a big shot again.
13 points and a baker's dozen for Anderson.
He's hit 2 big threes.
40 seconds left in the third.
Nice cut.
64-45. Hartley with it. The reverse won't go. Baxter tries to get it in there, but a whistle.
What Calhoun may want to try to do against the East Hall pressure is have Baxter be the second receiver. So he's coming to the ball, so he doesn't have to mess with bringing it up 94 feet. Maybe save him a little bit, because conditioning, as we said early in the broadcast, I believe is going to be a key.
You saw Causey over there on the sideline being taped up. Here's Seth Bone at the line. Misses on the first.
Good. I'm glad he's not hurt too bad, and he'll get right back in the game.
Here's the second from Bone. He gets it to go. 4 points for Seth Bone. 64-46. East Hall slows the tempo a little bit. That's Derek Cheeks with it up top at the point.
Screen on the ball.
Looks like they're going to try to play for the last shot. Calhoun there knocks it away. 2-on-1.
Nice pass.
Inside for the bucket.
There's that bounce pass on Nolan Love.
John Robbins with the hoop. And a turnover at the... Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Unbelievable. Calhoun trying to work their way back into it, but East Hall still on top 64-48. We'll be right back to the Macon Cineplex right after this.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.
You're watching the GHSA Basketball Championships on GPTV.
64-48. East Hall on top of Calhoun. Let's throw it down to Danielle.
East Hall forward Mark Causey stepped on someone's ankle after hitting a huge three late in the third quarter. He's back in the game. It was just a twisted ankle, and he's going to be fine for the rest of the afternoon.
All right, thanks, Danielle. The update there on Mark Causey. Back to action.
1-2-2 press.
We're opening up the fourth quarter now, fourth and final quarter of play. Calhoun trying for the tray. They're off the mark to follow by Baxter. Oh, can't get it to go. We've seen that a couple times today. Some easy shots missed underneath by the Jackets. And they can ill afford that here in the fourth.
Got to capitalize on those chippies.
Matt Causey from the corner, off the mark.
Nice rebound.
Mark, though, lost the handle on it. He is back in the ball game, but lost the handle out of bounds, so Calhoun with it.
East Hall is going for the knockout punch here. They're trying to put a little pressure on him, get a few quick turnovers.
Take a look at John Robbins running the floor. And a three-point shot. Too strong that time. Once again, just one chance on offense.
And that's all due to the press. Granted, he was open, but it's a quick shot, and it doesn't go in. Now you got to come back down and play defense and try to get the ball back.
Looking inside. There's Ware for the bucket. Varmus Ware with another one. He's got 16. And now a little bit of pressure once again by East Hall. They get it out of there, though. That's Chris Edwards with it.
Baxter did a nice job of getting open there. Whenever your man face guards you, eye cut, drive right at him and pop out and throw out your outside hand.
Oh, wide open underneath.
Nice pass. If you'll spread them out, I think you'll get some layups. But again, you must convert when they press, because when they're pressing, they're going to give up something. So when they move and shift and shake, you've got to capitalize on that.
Seth Bone with 6 points today. Cross-court pass, driving baseline, dishes it out. This is the Class AA State Championship. The East Hall Vikings and the Calhoun Yellow Jackets.
Look for East Hall to run a little bit of continuity here if they continue this lead, run some clock.
From the corner, it's there. Three-point shot that time by Anderson.
Well, he's come up big today. Made 3 big threes.
16 points for him.
Nice
Baxter
pass.
running. Oh, inside the lay-in and the foul. Seth Bone talking some smack, too. Foul that time going to be on Mark.
He's got to knock down these free throws.
It's going to be 18 fouls on East Hall. And they have to look at Justin Smith checking in. And Bone knocks it down. So a three-point play for Seth Bone.
Coach Tucker's going offense-defense here. When he scores, he's bringing in his defensive players. He's going to foul, he's going to bring in his offensive player.
6 minutes to go. Vikings with it. They slow down the tempo a little bit here.
Now the clock is now becoming the opponent of Calhoun also.
And I think that East Hall pretty content right now with running a few seconds off. Ware with it. Outside, and he'll dish back.
You don't want to get too complacent here, Dave, due to the fact that it dries your sweat and you get out of your rhythm.
Causey with some ball work. Ware pulls up from outside. Too strong that time.
And Calhoun got the shot they wanted. You know, Ware taking an 18-footer as opposed to the 10-footer where he operates so well down low.
Stahl maintains possession. They're looking inside. Causey in trouble. Will dish back out. Not a lot of room down there.
Causey has very good, this is Mark, both of them have very good court awareness.
Into the corner. Again, East Hall being patient here. Nearing the 5-minute mark.
Calhoun doesn't need to panic. They're all right.
That's Gib Rowland, number 14, who had it momentarily. Ware gets rid of it to Smith. Now to Anderson, who will pull up off the mark there, but it's tipped in.
See, that's what kills you. You can't have that. You got him taking a fadeaway three, and there's nobody boxed out on the backside.
Chris Gilbert of East Hall with the bucket. They're going to look at Edwin Higginbotham of Calhoun checking in, but a timeout on the floor. 4:48 to go. 71-53. East Hall leading Calhoun. Well, just a reminder, folks, don't miss Georgia's only statewide high school sports and academics program, Prep Sports Plus. Saturday mornings at 11, right here on GPTV. They're going to look at the Yellow Jackets in the huddle. Time certainly becoming a factor. They've, of course, worked hard. They've shown a lot of heart all day long. They just can't quite seem to get a run going.
Exactly, and when they do get a run, Anderson's coming down, hitting threes, and then they're giving up quick little chippies down low off misses. You just can't have that.
Let's listen into the East Hall huddle.
Then we'll look to see if we make something happen. All right, defense, we're still in 45. Just keep forward. Get the ball. They're going to go to him. Rebound tough. Let's go. Ready?
Again, they're going to employ that same strategy. They're going to try to double-team Baxter when he has the ball so he can get rid of it and make somebody else on Calhoun beat you.
East Hall playing for a state championship here. After falling last year, they were the runner-up. Got back to this ball game, 29-2, very impressive. Expected to be here. They were number 2 in the state coming in. And probably expected to play a Randolph Clay team who was number 1, but Calhoun took care of them. Won by 5 in the semifinals, and here are the Yellow Jackets.
They did a nice job in that semi. They went to a 2-3 zone, which allowed them to get their wind back and then slowed down Randolph Clay, and Randolph Clay could never regain their rhythm.
Calhoun came in 10th ranked in AA. There was a shot and a nice shot by Baxter.
I tell you, guy, you give this guy the crack light of a door, he's going to hurt you. He can really shoot it.
29 points for Casey Baxter. That's a big shot there. They need some more of those. 4:15 to play.
Calhoun in the man-to-man.
Anderson gets rid of it. They're outside. Not much of an outside threat. Here from outside is Smith. Off the mark. Brought down by Hartley.
You get a rebound, you want to turn to the outside. Don't turn inside where the rest of all the traffic is. Get away from that.
That one knocked out of Baxter's hands, but luckily for the Yellow Jackets,
there again,
their teammate.
The man behind you is very dangerous. You got to know where he is. Good defensive pressure by East Hall.
That's Smith over there. Cross court to Hartley.
See, their pressure is making Calhoun not look at the basket. They're too worried about catching the ball and pulling it away.
We're going to look at their three-point numbers. 10 of 21 for East Hall, 4 of 13 for the Jackets. And
good
Calhoun,
cut.
oh, nice inside, but Hartley couldn't finish it.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
Back the other way, Matt Fozzie lays it up and in. Matt with 10 points himself.
That's kind of a silly foul. Again, all that does is stop the clock and give them a chance to go to the line. Granted, he may not have bumped him much, but you really don't want to defense him back from there.
Here's a look at that last one. Held the ball away from his body, got it up high.
He's the scorer. He's going to be fun to watch over the next couple of years.
Matt, of course, just a sophomore. Already following in his brother's footsteps, and will more than likely be the team leader over the next couple of years for this program.
He's very scrappy. Plays hard.
Casey Baxter, they're talking about playing hard. He stayed there all day long, and he gets one to go there. 30 points on the afternoon for Casey Baxter. He is really keeping the Jackets in it.
Well, you take Xavier Whipple and you take Casey Baxter, you'd have a nice guard tandem, wouldn't you?
Without a doubt.
My goodness. You have 2 cornerstones to base your program.
A lot of talent out there on the floor.
A great tournament.
In the corner, nice pass. Oh, Anderson alone. Off the rim. Baxter with it and running. He's got some open floor in front of him, and he lays it in. Oh, the follow won't quite go. But a nice job by Higginbotham keeps it alive. And now a three-point shot is there.
Nice shot. That was a super defensive play by Matt Causey. He ran in front of Baxter, so Baxter couldn't get his feet set.
Three-point shot for Khalib Hartley. He's got 12. And now with 2.5 to play, East Hall really going to work that clock. Uh-oh, open hoop. Derek Sheeks takes it in.
No, that hurts.
Sheeks with 11. And answer is right back. Still a 14-point game.
Now, you don't want to get in a big three-point contest with these guys. Bang it inside, then try to steal it off the inbound. Then you may want to think about fouling. But if you start shooting threes off the bat, now they don't go in. Now you're forced to foul. Now,
Jackson Lance with the turnaround there, gets it to go.
All right, they're right in this thing.
75-63. 12-point game with under 2 minutes to go. And the Calhoun fans want a backcourt violation there.
Got to get the ball out of his hands. See all that nonsense. Pass the ball.
And he went backcourt.
You don't need that. Just pass it.
Kazi holding up the number one, though, saying that we've won this championship.
Well, he's got a little ways to go.
And a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. 1:46 to go. 75-63 East Hall leading Calhoun right now. The Jackets fighting for everything right now, but East Hall really doing a good job of keeping that lead right around 18, 19 points. Coach Ray Tucker, 22 years with Calhoun, 26-4 overall coming in.
With the Causey brothers and Cheeks and Anderson, East Hall has got the luxury that all four of those guys handle the ball very well. And Ware, with his ability to pass, gives them another outlet.
Calhoun with 63 points has reached their average.
So you don't want to foul in this case. It doesn't behoove you to do so because that just stops the clock. Now it puts their best player again on the line to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, there still is a minute 43 left, and crazier things have happened. Sheets with that last foul. Baxter at the line, and it won't go, though. Baxter with 32 points, looking to add to that.
See if Calhoun X's with off the foul line.
And the second one falls. 33 points. He's accounted for right around half of what Calhoun has put up on the scoreboard today. Vikings
think about wanting to foul here.
They're going to slow down the clock a little bit. Matt Causey with it. Ball is loose on the floor. Last touched by East Hall.
East Hall's playing a little rush. They just got to relax and just keep doing what they've been doing and don't worry about the clock. Play like it's the first minute and 25 of the game.
126, nice move by Edwards. Some dribbling going on there. And the pull-up. The shot is in there.
Here we go.
3-point shot.
And they may think about fouling here.
It's there for Baxter. He's got 36. That might be some kind of a playoff record right there. I don't know.
You're not going to foul him. You got to foul.
Clock running down right at a minute.
Problem is you only have 5 fouls. You got to foul.
Trying to get the turnover there. Causey with it, going to try to work the clock a little bit. They get it into the corner.
Nice
now back out.
What a great pass.
And a foul going to be called on Baxter.
They're going to have to foul a couple more times to get him to go to the line.
They were looking for the turnover there, I guess, Phil, but if they were going to plan on fouling, they probably should have done it about 20 seconds ago.
Because you're fighting the clock. It's a good timeout, though, here by Coach Tucker.
Calhoun will talk things over. 48 seconds to play. East Hall up 75-67. Again, Calhoun making their first trip to the state title game. Of course, the realignment has certainly changed things up a little bit. We'll see in Game 3 today in our AAA contest. Mitchell Baker, a team that has owned this AA state championship the past few years, they're having to jump up, but the move obviously didn't hurt them very much.
I'll tell you what, as we talked to Jim early in the broadcast, they've turned state tournament into Mitchell Baker Invitational Tournament. They make their travel arrangements every year around March, and anybody else wants to come on.
No comment. Let's knock in our free throws, okay? We got one more foul. One more foul. No, one more foul. All right, we got fouls one more time, all right?
Attention, please. Attention. Friend request is when you're exiting the day, please exit on the side of the Coliseum, the side door. Very good gesture out front.
They're going to look at the Yellow Jacket cheerleaders as we listen to some sights and sounds from the Macon Centerplex, the AA state championship. right here on GPTV.
Look for the
48
steal, and then you got to foul immediately.
And there's the foul. Actually, that ball off of Kazi, so a turnover. That's even better for Calhoun.
There you go.
There you go. Look at it coming up. AAA championship. Westover and Mitchell Baker going at it. On the other end. Oh, the dunk is missed by Kazi.
Oh, just lay it off the glass.
Calhoun 2-on-1. They'll pull up, take the shot. It's off the back of the iron and out of play. 31 seconds left, though.
Edwards didn't need the three. Just take it and make the layup.
Some pressure and probably a quick foul, and now a timeout going to be called by East Hall.
See, if he scored off a layup there, that makes it 69-75. Now East Hall had to expend that timeout right there. He didn't need the three.
East Hall, of course, their 10th trip to the Final Four this year, but just their second to the actual championship game. Of course, last year was the first trip for Coach Seth Vining and the Vikings. We're going to look at the view here from the Macon Centerplex. And a lot of fans here. I tell you what, it seems like every year we pack this place out more and more.
It's getting better and better. It's just a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. Everybody should be down here watching it. It's great to see these kids compete.
We're going to look at some young fans in attendance today. We're hoping to maybe one day be out here on the court. Of course, tomorrow, the girls basketball lineup just as impressive.
Exactly.
The AA contest will be Union County and Greater Atlanta Christian. 31 seconds in the game. East Hall gets it in, and a quick foul that time. Brandon Reese getting the foul. So that's going to put Mark Kazi at the line, and indeed the one guy you don't want at the foul line, their best shooter.
Exactly. Now, if he makes these two, you don't have to come down and shoot a three. Bang it inside, get a quick two, and then try to get the steal, then foul.
And he hits the first. Looked like East Hall was really going to run away with this thing early on. They're going to look 15 points for Mark Kazi, but Calhoun fighting in there, keeping it close, especially right here at the end. But East Hall with an answer. 25 seconds. They'll throw up the shot off the back of the iron. Baxter kicks it back out. And that one a little short. Last touch by Edwards as it goes out of bounds.
That might have done it.
19 seconds left. They get it in, and a quick foul. But it's elementary right now. The Vikings can hit the free throws. There's no doubt they will be the state champion.
First class move here by Coach Tucker. He's bringing in some subs, letting them experience the state tournament. That's a real nice gesture.
Some player substitutions now for Calhoun. Gibarola, number 14, checks in. Along with number 10, Steven Sweat. 16 points for Kevin Anderson. He's had a big ball game. Anderson only averaging right around 6 points a game. Shooting the three today. And he hits the free throw there.
He's really stepped up for them all game long.
10-point ball game. Matt Kazi will come off the floor. And in comes Sean Foster. Also a host of other Vikings. Chris Gilbert checking in.
I like that. These young guys have been practicing all year. Now to get to experience the last few seconds of the tournament.
Vandiver and Jones, number 30 and number 50, also coming in. And the Viking fans are celebrating. Derek Cheeks, number 20, with a big game, checks out. He had 11 points.
What a difference a year makes, huh, Dave?
Oh, yes. Whew. East Hall up by 11.
Coach Vining coaching to the end. You got to love that.
Calhoun playing their hearts out, especially that man right there with the ball. Baxter, he pulls up for three. Off the mark that time. He's got 36. Shot on the other end, no good there by Rowland. And the final 7 seconds tick away. Oh, that one too strong and too high. So Calhoun with one last shot, but it's not going to matter much because the East Hall Vikings will be
to feel it.
the AA state champions. What an effort. Can't take anything away from that bunch of guys right there, though. They played their hearts out
You got to love them. This kid with the ball, I'd take any day of the week.
And it's certainly been their trademark this year. And that is it. 78-67 the final. The East Hall Vikings, 2000-2001 AA basketball state champions. Mark Causey and crew celebrating. Multiple guys in double figures today for East Hall. Matt Causey, Mark Causey, both in double figs, along with Derek Cheeks and Kevin Anderson. DeVarmus Ware also had a big game inside on the boards as well, and that was really the whole thing, was them being able to kill Calhoun's drives, not allowing them any more than one chance. And East Hall, meanwhile, making second, third opportunities. That's what it all boils down to.
Again, the pressure from East Hall definitely dictated the tempo of the game.
Let's go ahead and throw it down courtside. Danielle standing by.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Tell me, after dominating so much, did you get a little nervous when they pulled within 8 right there at the end?
Well, we knew Calhoun was not going to quit because they've been playing that way all year. And we got a little sloppy right there at the end, gave them some opportunities, but they got an excellent club. I'm just real proud of our team, and particularly our seniors. They've been special all year, and it's just been a great group.
After finishing runner-up last year, how sweet is this victory?
Well, it's nice to get here anytime. We played a great Mitchell Baker team last year, and our guys knew we had a chance to get back if we played well. And it's been in our minds all year, so we're happy and we're excited.
Thank you, and congratulations.
There you have it. Coach Seth Vining obviously happy about the victory there. East Hall state champions. We'll take a timeout and be right back to the Macon Centerplex. You're watching State Championship Basketball on GPTV.
Funding for broadcast of the GHSA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships is provided in part by the following.